Good morning. So I wanted to talk to you about the mastermind group class I was in last night. I work with a coach in a mastermind class for other coaches, for life coaches. And last night we were talking about our vision statement. Now, I do a lot of that from what I do anyhow, but I wanted to take time and really ground myself in what am I doing? What do I want to do? And I was kind of excited because I got halfway through the exercise and I realized I'm doing exactly what I want to do. I'm serving exactly who I want to serve. My vision is to make every woman in midlife feel powerful and successful, and be powerful and successful, and live life on their terms in this next chapter. And I realized that is what's exciting me. Yesterday, I was out having coffee and I ran into a woman who I didn't know and I told her what I do. And I love it. I love seeing women's eyes light up saying, I could do that too. I could be powerful. I could be strong in midlife. I could live life on my terms. And I realized this is exactly what I was meant to do. I feel so grounded, so excited, so energized by what I'm doing because I realize I'm doing exactly what I was meant to do. Everything in my life has directed me to this moment of serving women, of making them feel strong and powerful and financially free and successful, and realizing that life doesn't end at midlife. It just gets better. It gets freaking better because it's on our terms. And so I was really excited when I realized I'm doing that. I also realized that I don't have to solve everybody's problems and everybody's issues. I just have to add value to the conversation of improving life for women in midlife. And I don't have to serve everybody. There's a lot of people out there doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it in my unique way. I'm serving in my unique way. I'm adding value in my unique way. And that's what I realized. I don't have to be everything to everybody. I just have to add value to the conversation that's going on around empowering women in midlife. So I was really excited about that. And it also got me thinking about the 3 questions I would like you to ask yourself to get to a place of power and peace and confidence in what you want to do. And so the first thing, I'm talking about your goals. We're 3/4 of the way done with this year, which I cannot believe is already happening. But if you haven't set a goal, it's never too late. You can set a goal whenever you want. But what I want you to do is start journaling. For anybody who works with me, you know I'm big about journaling. But what I want you to do is set aside some time. There's 3 questions. So I want you to set aside, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, turn off your phone, turn off any distractions. What I did is I went to sit in a park by myself in my car just so I could focus undisturbed. And I want you to take some time answering these 3 questions and writing it out, because generally what happens is the first answer that comes to your mind is what you've been telling the world and telling yourself forever. I want you to dig deeper than that and really sit quietly and think about the answers and keep writing till it unravels and unravels. Okay, ready? So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what is it that really is going to inspire you in life and make you feel grounded and centered and excited about your life? What is one goal? So that's the first question. Part 2 of that is, what are the fears that come up around that goal? What are the fears? So what is the goal and what are your fears around the goal? So that's really part 1A, 1B. And when I say fears, I mean what's stopping you? Okay? So imagine that goal, whatever it is. I want it to be a big goal for yourself in midlife. And then I want you to think about, look at that goal on the paper and start thinking about, well, what feelings come up when I look at that goal? Do you feel like, oh, that's nice on a piece of paper, but I could never do that because there's not enough time in my life, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough money? What are the obstacles to that big goal that come up for you? Question 2 is, when you were growing up, thinking about that goal and those obstacles and challenges of I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough time, I don't have the support and resources, I don't have the money, whatever that is. Do you remember growing up hearing those obstacles in your life? And so I'll give you an example in my own life, right? Before I was in coaching, I was in PR. And I was doing really well for myself. I had my own business and I was making in the high 6 figures. But the problem is I always kind of downplayed that to my family because growing up, I was in a very middle income family where nobody was an entrepreneur. Everybody was 9 to 5 or part-time. They worked retail, blue collar. There wasn't anybody that was an entrepreneur, and certainly nobody that was in something that is PR, which is really not tangible, right? Like I couldn't point to things I was doing because I was branding. So I always played down what I did because I felt uncomfortable. And when I started trying to analyze, and now in coaching, it's kind of the same thing, right? My family is incredibly proud of what I've created for myself, but they don't totally get it. And that's because growing up, this is not their reality. Okay, that's just not something they understood. So I had to figure out where my blocks were coming from to building my coaching business and why I was kind of, staying here and playing a little bit lower than I am now. And when I realized it, it was because my family didn't get it. And I felt like if my family didn't get it, I would be a little bit of an outcast. So what comes up for you when you think of the obstacles and barriers to creating your goals from your family life? Okay. And then, so that's second question. What are your past goals? What are your past obstacles that came up? Okay. Question 3 is I want you to flip that around. Okay. So the first part was what are your goals and what comes up around that might block you from getting that goals. Question 2 is what were your beliefs growing up? What did you hear your parents say around those obstacles? Number 3, you're going to flip it around and think about how blessed you would be achieving that goal. Okay. How would your life change for the better? For not only just you, but everybody in your life. How would you be blessed by achieving that goal? And I really want you to take some time to think of those 3 things. And this is why I love doing what I'm doing. Because when you answer number 3, you start stepping into your power. You start envisioning how amazing your life would be, your life would feel doing what you love to do. And I don't know if that's starting a business and making 6 figures or 7 figures. I don't know if that's going back to school. I don't know if that's moving across country and living somewhere else. Whatever that goal is for you, I want you to think about it, journal, and really start feeling yourself having already achieved that goal. So I can't wait. Put some comments below and tell me how this is making you feel and tell me how you would feel achieving this goal.